woman or a beauty queen?
I think for me, it would be being the SK chairperson of my barangay, being a public servant. Although being a beauty queen is fun, because it's my first time, my very first pageant actually. So it's very new to me, but even though with the challenges, I'm still having fun, especially with the girls. The sisterhood is really amazing and different. But being a public servant, being able to help my community, it's nakakataba siya ng puso. Yes, that's why I would enjoy more in being a public servant.
Wow. Thank you so much, Miss
awesome.
Marikina City. Miss Rain Africa.
Is it my turn now? So I may ask. Alright, so may we call on stage Bacolod City. Marianelle. Hello, Marianelle. How are you? Good evening. Take Maria's microphone because I'll be the one who will be asking you the question. How are you feeling, first of all?
I'm doing great, and to stand here right now in the middle of the Mall of Asia Arena with a lot of people, with a lovely crowd of judges, and two amazing hosts, I feel so great.
Thank you. You get plus 10 points for that one. Now, from your intro video, we learned that you're a free diver.
Yes.
So, how does one breathe underwater and not forget like all her bad memories and stuff? Because you know what I mean? Yeah. You're not breathing underwater. How do you forget that bad memory?
Well, it's actually called free diving because you have to have one
Sinabi mo,
breath,
nalililigan araw-araw.
and then you dive in the waters. And once you're there, you will see the beauty of the marine life, and then you will feel the solitude. And that's when I realize that the water, the land, and the air, they're all connected, and that we should all be responsible and to always think in all the things that we do. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marianelle from Bacolod City. Well done. Now, I will call on stage Concepcion Tarlac. Angel, hi, good evening. Environmentalist, plants trees, does beach cleanup, drive, advocate for children's welfare. You're really busy, huh? So now, our research says you've participated in tree planting programs. If you were to choose one type of tree to plant, what would that tree be and why?
Saan ka ba na nakaupo dun, Be?
If I were to choose one type of tree, it would be a Nara tree. Because as we all know, Nara is strong, it's resilient,
malayo
and in
ka din
the
pala.
Philippines, we are often faced with typhoons. And I believe that through Nara trees, through planting trees, then we will be able to be safe and preserve our mother nature. And just as a Nara tree, I resonate because I know that through resiliency, you can achieve anything and you can conquer any hurdles that come in your way. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that wonderful answer. Thank you so much.
Wow, Miss Angel.
I don't even feel like I'm in a pageant right now. I just feel like it's just a question and answer, just having a conversation, getting to know these lovely women.
Yeah, it's genuine, authentic, and it's enlightening.
That's correct. So, let's see. Next up we have Miss Quezon City, Christine.
Wow, Miss
I like this. Dancer, singer, host, volunteer. You have a lot, but I see this. You're diagnosed with hyperthyroidism.
Yes, I am.
Wow. So,
Actually, my advocacy.
that is your advocacy. Can you just please enlighten us just a bit about that?
So I have hyperthyroidism, which is the overstimulation of the thyroid stimulating hormone in the body. And because the thyroid gland affects our metabolic processes, it actually gives me anxiety, jitters. So to step out of my comfort zone and start this advocacy that is not actually well known in the Philippines. There is no solid NGO that is focused on thyroid diseases. That's why it's the perfect platform to bring it to Miss World.
Well, welcome and thank you for joining and making all of us aware about this. But this is my actual question, okay? Because you said here that you're also a host. As an event host and performer, what is your dream event?
My dream event? Next year's Miss World Philippines.
Wow.
Why not?
Parang inaangkin niya na yung corona ngayon din eh, no? She wants to come back, the reigning queen. Okay. full of confidence, and that's what we're looking for. Thank you so much, Ms. Quezon City.
Thank you so much, Miss Quezon City. And I'm rooting for you because last edition of Miss World, I was also a candidate.
Hey, thank you once again. Maraming salamat. And we call on now Miss Manila. Gabrielle.
Gabrielle Marie Lancer.
Ganda rin to.
You know, Billy, she is actually a biochemistry student. Did I get that right?
Oh, doktor.
Yes, I am. I'm a first-year college student taking up BS Biochemistry as my pre-med. Wow, and how are you coping with your studies so far during the pageant? So in terms of coping with my studies, I'm actually keeping with it as during this pageant as well. And keeping up with my academics is not something first-hand for me. I'm also a working student. Like a lot of other beauty queens, I host, I model as well. So competing in a pageant is nothing new while having academics for me. Really about time management. And although I'm young, I think I got a pretty good gist on it. I just love her energy, don't you? She's so bubbly.
Para si Junior lang yun ah.
Thank you so much, Miss Manila.
Thank you, Miss Manila.
Ang tali naman ni Miss
All right.
Cavite.
Now we call on stage Alae, Miss Batangas. Patricia. Good evening, Patricia. Now, we've learned that you have a hearing impairment. Now,
Kasi ano yan?
okay.
Di ba
Now, if
nag-away
you would
siya?
be given an hour
Away
of
siya, di ba? Ngayon-
perfect hearing, to
Batangas.
hear absolutely everything, which OPM artist concert would you choose to listen to and why?
Oo nga, grabe yung si
I grew
Batangas.
up listening to MYMP, and I would listen to them for hours. And I just hope I could sing along to it and know every lyric and word to it so that I could sing my heart out. But aside from Filipino pop, I would probably choose Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay. Taylor
Yes,
Swift.
I am a big Swift fan,
Very-
so
very-
I wish I could hear more so that I could actually relate to the songs and understand.
Thank you so much for that answer.
Hawaii
Taylor
sa
Swift.
Universe.
From NYMP to Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
I love the genres.
It's all love songs.
That's right. Now, from Cebu, Sophie.
Yes.
Tourism student
Barangay represent niya, no?
and jiu-jitsu athlete. Oh my goodness, free diver as well, and obviously a model. So, you're here as a beauty queen. Now, apart from being a beauty queen and a student at the same time, you also model, free dive, all of the above, and practice jiu-jitsu. Okay, how many hours of sleep do you get in a day?
Honestly, I've been getting like 4 hours every single night. But that's because I'm busy with Miss World. I'm focusing on doing my best here and showing my supporters a good show. Even though I tackle a lot of things on the side, what's best is whatever I give, and at least I'm happy, then I'm good.
Multitasking. I love it. Thank you so much, Cebu.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sophie.
Congratulations, Cebu! I'm very proud of my province for maintaining a streak.
Correct, let's go.
Thank you.
Do you have any more there?
Oh, let's see who we have here. Let's welcome a multimedia arts student who works with children with special needs, Iloilo City. Hi, Miss Iloilo. The last time we met on stage, I announced you as the representative of your region. Wow! As a multimedia artist, how do you differentiate between graffiti as a form of vandalism and graffiti as a form of art?
Graffiti is a form of art because it is a self-expression. And graffiti is vandalism if we will do that art in private places. And I believe art is subjective. We should have to consider in being a responsible artist. And of course, we can enjoy our passion while being responsible. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Iloilo City. city,
Be responsible as
be
an artist.
responsible
That's correct.
as an artist. Amen to that. Up next, we have Miss Zambales.
Good evening.
Good evening. Miss Zambales is a boxing and Muay Thai. Wow, enthusiast. She's an online streamer and a graduate of culinary arts. What don't you do? As an online streamer, do you believe online gaming helps people cultivate their creative juices or not?
Naniniwala ako na gaming ay nakakatulong din because dito namin ilalabas lakas, like fighting skills namin. Kasi dito meron siyang teamwork, hindi lang basta-basta naglaro ka. Ginagamit mo rin talaga yung skills mo dito and utak mo. And it's like teamwork na hindi pwede na isa lang. Kailangan teamwork kayo. That's it.
Wow, there is no I in team. Thank you, Miss Zambales.
Thank you, Miss Zambales.
Wow, and I believe...
Is it my turn? Okay. This is from Tapon, Pasig. Rihanna. Good evening, Rihanna. Are you feeling okay?
Really grateful and excited.
Awesome. Well, I hope you're excited for this question because many Filipinos still see a fair complexion as desirable. As a proud Morena, if you were to create a campaign promoting self-love and acceptance of all skin tones, what tagline or slogan would you choose?
I would choose "You are enough." I think this is a tagline or a line that we should really remind ourselves every day. That you are enough, whoever you are, whatever background you are from, whatever mistakes you have gone through in life. You always have a purpose, and so live it out because you are enough and you are loved. Thank you.
Awesome. That's absolutely right.
Very well said, Miss Capitolio Pasig City.
And now maybe call on Tarlac Province, Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Wait, is it true? Good evening.
Maria.
Yeah, I was just reading this and pilot and a private pilot at that. Okay, and a host and model. All right. A lot of skills here. Being a pilot, you experience the world from definitely a unique perspective. Can you share a moment from your flights that inspired you, and why is that?
One inspiring moment when I was flying, or when I was still a student pilot, was when I get to take my first takeoff without a flight instructor. And that was a breakthrough for me because I was released. And you know what my flight instructor said? Okay, I will translate it for everybody. Said, you just take care of your life. I don't care however you land, you just have to be alive. And that really pushed me. And you know what? After 8 touchdowns, I made it, and now I'm a private pilot.
Awesome.
Congratulations and thank you, Starlight Province. You know what they say, if you aim for the stars and you fall, you land on the ground.
That's right. Yes. I wanted to be into aviation actually.
That was my first dream.
Yeah, never
My
mind.
dad is
Anyways.
actually a pilot and he's here tonight.
Awesome.
Shout out. Yeah.
Now, let's call in Pangasinan. Nikki.
Yes.
Hello. Good evening, Nikki.
Hello, Billy. Hello, Maria.
All right. We learned that you were diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease. Now, can you share with us what is Hashimoto's and how do you manage to overcome its challenges, especially during the pageant?
Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disease that makes you challenged in mental health, makes you gain weight, and also makes you forgetful. But when I went through that, I reminded myself that I can do better, I can be better, and I can also do better for my friends, for my family, and the people that I affect. So I've decided to do better each and every day, to look at the beauty in life, and because of that, because of those trials, I'm standing here trying to conquer my dreams in front of all of you in Moa Arena. And well, of course, within the pageants, I just remind myself to do my best, that it's okay. There are days that I feel tired, and there are days that I don't feel myself much, but as long as I'm here, I'm doing my best. And I'm also helping my fellow sisters, then I think that I'm doing good. Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Sige yun.
We hope you recover and you will be fine throughout the competition.
Exactly. Because the fact that you are here tonight is proof that she's not only doing good, she's doing great.
That's correct. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nikki. And our second to the last candidate, Ms. Dasmariñas, Clytemnestra. Wow. She is a working student, scholar, a basketball player, and an advocate of good skin. In your intro video, you mentioned that you've struggled with acne before, right?
Yes.
In your opinion, do you support or oppose the use of social media app filters?
Well, as someone who suffered from acne, severe acne and skin allergies for 10 years, I have lost my self-confidence, but the fact that I've learned how to accept my own skin, I have inspired a lot. But in terms of the use of the social media apps, in terms of enhancing our own skin, I don't see any problem with that. As long as we're happy, we feel beautiful, and we feel confident of what we do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Ms. Dasmariñas City.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Now, we go to the last,
But not the least.
Miss Bicol. Bicol region, Jean. I love the first thing I'm reading right now. It says, nerd. Speech language specialist. Okay. As a self-proclaimed nerd, I haven't heard this before. What advice would you give to the Gen Z individuals who feel pressured by their peers to be cool or by rebelling?
Well, that was a revelation. I've been a nerd since I was a kid. Well, honestly, I've always wanted to be part of the cool kids. And I was always ashamed that I was always in class or studying, when I realized that the most important thing is to be yourself. And it's important that you like what you do, because at the end of the day, what's important is how much you enjoy what you do. Thank you.
That's absolutely true. Thank you so much.
There you go. Congratulations, Miss Bicol Region, the winner of our Beauty with a Purpose Challenge. What